That's funny.
You know, for the most
notice it's
irreligious
going
person
out?
I know, being me, I know an awful lot.
Yeah.
But
Well, you can know a lot and not do it. That's
Yeah,
you know.
that's true. No, but I like seeing my friends do it. It
Yeah, that's great, isn't it? I like
Yeah.
the whole thing too, and it's really nice when you can leave and not have to clean up.
exactly.
What do you do, like if one of the two dishwashers break? You just leave
I
one
don't
set
know.
of dishes dirty?
Yeah. No, she had really done everything, covered all the counters,
No.
everything. It was serious
It's
stuff.
not the maid's holiday, so they come and they clean.
Oh my god.
Never have a Jewish maid.
Aw.
Oh my god, that was hysterical.
That's terrible. Okay.
Come on, does anybody have a Jewish maid? Raise your hand.
A
if
Jewish
you-
maid? No.
Jewish maids and
Does anyone have a maid? Raise your hand if you have a maid.
Cleaning service, but they're not Jewish.
I actually have somebody who comes every day. Actually,
Lauren
she was
has a
coming.
maid.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't have. Well, what happened was I went to do Pilates, and I was doing Pilates, and the Pilates instructor said to me, well, "You have to wipe off the mat when you're done." I said, "Well, if I have to do that, then somebody's got to come make my bed every day at home." That was the end of that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't do that stuff. Come on, look at me. I'm working up here all the time, making up
Princess,
jokes.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And here we are. Tindalia's in her Easter finest. This is so nice. And it's got green in it, too, so
Like
you
the
must
hat.
like that. Yeah. So, Doc, how much does Bridget really weigh? Always holding her. Does your arm ever get tired, fall asleep?
Some good things about Second Life.
Yeah,
You could dance all
Everybody's
night.
weightless.
Yep.
exactly.
Yeah, and you can wear the most ridiculous shoes dancing and you're fine.
Exactly. Isn't that something? Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. So, so it looks like tonight's going to be the regulars. This is going to be the deep crowd.
The deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Just
let's see, did
family
that go-
tonight.
Dr. Fran found some really good free hair if you have a small head.
Which what I'm wearing?
Yeah.
I have a
Do you ever
small
remember the
head,
first
but
time
a
you were
big
stretching
brain.
here and you stretched it right through your skull and out the other room?
Out and across the sim, I've done that.
I've got big hair.
Ever edit parts and all of a sudden your hair's like on pieces on the floor?
Then you have to find every piece. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
And they send it back to you like a broken Rubik's Cube, like that's going to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's always scary when you see that in your inventory.
Yeah, you don't know what it is,
Coagulated,
right? It's exactly.
What is it?
If you res it, what the
Agglomerated.
fuck's
You
gonna
have a
happen?
broken one.
Look, it's my boyfriend in parts.
He was broken before I got him.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Oh.
Oh, look
You
at
murdered
all
him.
the sides now.
That's probably.
Oh,
Told
God.
you it
This is
wouldn't.
great. We'll just have this show for an hour and change, huh? Isn't this great? The pre-show is always so good. It's the show that sucks. 5 more minutes and we could all log off for an hour.
We can go watch C-SPAN or something.
Yeah, right.
Or paint dry.
You ever watch C-SPAN and wonder how can they spend trillions and trillions of dollars? You know, who are these people?
You can do that.
And now what happened? Michele Bachmann or whatever, they turned out that she was spending her money on clothing and stuff like that. That it was stuff that wasn't legit.
That's
No.
impossible.
Well,
She's a
Surprise,
religious woman.
surprise.
What?
Yeah,
She
she
parted
spent her
her sister's
senator money.
promise?
They had a whole family's being investigated.
Well,
I love that.
didn't
She
They
blackmailed
should have
people that
investigated
work
her at
for
the beginning for intelligence. They found nothing.
Dishonest
Didn't she say that
politician.
she refused to pay people unless they signed a waiver?
What was going on? Nobody would dispute that.
Yeah.
Hello, Timmery. You're
Hello.
just looking straight up there at Pearly or Haley.
It's Pearly's boobs. They're like, what are they?
The hypnotic.
Like a hypnotic.
The hypnotic.
Yeah.
They're not hypnotic.
Actually, they have those. What do they call? What do they call those new boobs?
The Lolas.
The ones that
Rectangles.
Lolas.
Oh,
What
Lolas.
they really need is to get boobs. You want get guys to just have them slowly, but totally change size. You know, while they're there. Actually,
Yeah,
have
like
them
the
tied to
muscle
radar. As a guy glances at you, they get bigger.
Oh man.
You can script that.
When he's
possible.
doing well on the date, they get bigger.
That's
Yeah,
a decidedly
exactly.
male
Not doing
perspective.
well, they get smaller.
The girl would need a wheelbarrow if I was looking at her.
They
Size changes based on what he says.
They expand. No, they expand with the size of the guy's wallet.
If he wants to go Dutch, they're A cup.
Oh yeah, exactly. You know my theory on Dutch, right? Okay, I'm willing to go Dutch. Let me see. Now I spent $150 on my hair, $85 on my nails, $250 on the clothes. Dinner was $150. You owe me $100. Yeah, right. That's Dutch.
Exactly.
Makeup.
You're not putting your finger in this dike. No, I didn't say that.
Oh, yeah, man.
And
Oh my God, we never said that. No.
they expand with the
Hello.
size of the wallet. How's that?
Hello, Nancy Braveheart. How are you? Come on in. Geo is filming this, so this will be in your resume if any of you are looking for jobs.
Wait. This is the pre-show. You're not filming the pre-show. Oh, no.
It's being
Oh, yeah, they are.
auto-linked to your
Always
LinkedIn
filming.
page.
Look at this.
Double
Look at the
pop is in
stat
the
this is
house.
standing here. Did anybody look over there at this avatar?
Yeah,
Right
isn't
here.
that like one of the old newbie ones?
I think. Pretty
Oh.
cool.
Who? What? Where?
Pop is
Status
in the
fleck.
house.
Which way?
Yeah.
You is
Behind the
in
bar.
At the bar.
What? We can't really hear you, think, because you're like in a tunnel.
Oh, really? Oh, well.
He's getting a
Come out,
sponge bath
civil
right now.
life.
Let him go.
Oh, jeez.
That's terrible. God, what a crowd. Oh my
So
God.
terrible. It was funny.
Yeah, let's see. Who's sending this messages out? Green Acres. Oh yeah. Green Acres. No taxes for 3 years.
Yeah, I got one.
Acres is the place.
I got one from Green Acres too. No fucking citizens.
Here we go again. We had to hit it
Well,
every
here
time.
we go. All right, welcome. Hey, look at this. We got another Tuesday with Lauren. Yeah. And friends. And look at all you guys. You guys rock out here. So good to see everybody. Anyhow, I don't know which way I'm walking or talking, but let me take a look here. Don't you love this? I got Moses over here in the background. Did you see him?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's lovely.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
Is he up for Easter?
Why didn't somebody build a sim
For
like this in
Easter?
Second Life? Like, Passover sim. You go and you walk in the water parts and you walk through it. Wouldn't that be great?
I bet there is something.
Well, there definitely
I-
should be, don't you think?
But I hear it's mesh, so Haley can't see it anyhow.
Yeah, I found some good stuff though. Yeah.
No,
What?
she's an actual other person. She lives in Switzerland, so she's up.
Yes, she lives in Switzerland, so she's
She's
very
an
rich.
actual other
So you better
person.
be nice to her.
No, I have a lot of walls.
Yeah. Come on, be nice to everybody. Because these are your last friends. The rest of them don't want to talk to you in first life anymore.
I had real friends. Would I be here?
So here's
Yeah,
something
we
I
used to
saw.
have
That,
real friends.
yeah, right. So somebody said the problem with America is stupidity. I'm not saying there should be capital punishment for stupidity, but why don't we just take the safety labels off everything and see how the problem solves itself?
Natural selection.
Yeah, wouldn't you say?
It would
That'd be great. Well,
It would
safety
it
label
would cull
off
the herd,
day.
that's for sure.
Yeah. I can't believe it. I
Wait,
just love
there's
all
a
you guys
Bible
are here.
recreations.
There's a Bible recreation.
Bible
Yeah.
stories recreated follow the exodus of Israel as Moses and Aaron lead them from Egypt to the.
We're gonna have
Oh,
to go.
really? Oh, we're going to have to go to that. Make sure you copy that.
See
I'm still
evidence
wondering
of
how
Red
Cain and
Sea.
Abel made the rest of the similar civilization. I'm working on that one. I mean, so is the Supreme Court. Isn't that right? Isn't the Supreme Court working on this right now? Isn't this a part of things?
Yeah, they're working on.
I say, yeah.
So I'm
Yeah, I was
curious
turning
if
around.
any
Yeah.
of the other European folks or other places besides the United States, how many places do you have to have two marriages to have a marriage, a civil marriage and then a religious one if you want?
What the hell did that girl just say?
I have no idea.
That mariner is in the house.
My parents.
Crab! Hello,
My
Crab!
parents had to.
Huh?
Yeah.
Like in America, you have to get married at least 3 times or you can't say you've lived.
Never mind.
It's usually not to the same woman.
So a woman had a close male friend, and this means he's probably interested in her, which is why he hangs around so much. She sees him strictly as a friend. This always starts out with, "You're a great guy, but I don't like you in that way." This is roughly the equivalent for a guy of going to a job interview and the company saying, "You have a great resume. You have all the qualifications we're looking for, but we're not going to hire you. We will, however, use your resume as a basis for comparisons of all other applicants. But we're going to hire somebody who's far less qualified, probably an alcoholic, and if he doesn't work out, we'll hire somebody else, but not you. In fact, we will never hire you, but we will call you from time to time to complain about the person that we hired."
Oh God.
Gotta get it. Yeah. Yeah, you know what Bertrand Russell said, right? The time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time. Second life is not wasted time, right?
I never think.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Here's a great little line from some of the various chats out there in the world. This one I picked up along the way. This guy David says, "Yeah, I got laid today. Been a month, needing it by now." So he says, "TMI, TMI, TMI. David, only a few £100, but it's better than nothing. TMI, TMI, no, no. Oh, damn, I meant paid. I got paid today." That's the problem without spell check, right? Even spell check would have let that one go by, right? Hey, Turbo. Yeah.
That's autocorrect.
Here's another one of these mistakes, right? This goes back. This you have to take a while back for this one, but it was, "What should I give my sister for unzipping? $10. No, I meant like WinZip."
Ew.
You just got to be careful what you say, right? Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, this week is going to be brought to you by Parting is Such Sweet Sorrow. See, we got to throw in something that's not funny. This way you guys calm down a little bit. "Hey, Bubble Pop, how you doing?" Yeah. And we have to do things that aren't so funny because we've got like 3 other people that are going to do comedy too. And then we have Mimi Singer singing at 6 p.m. Mimi Singer, which I don't know how many of you know her. Okay. Yeah, we got that. Yeah, absolutely. Hey. So,
like 9 o'clock around that.
all right. Here's another little chat log from way back. This is mistakes made along the way. Rabid Play Bunny 87, okay, and the other one is Garbage Stand 23. Don't you like how they make these names up? I mean, who are these people? Okay, so Rabid says, "Okay, so my neighbors officially hate me. Garbage, why? Well, me, David, and Andrew were having a bonfire in the backyard, and we were making s'mores and all, and suddenly we were hear sirens and see a fire truck and turn into the street in front of us. So we all went running up to see what it was, and our neighbor's house was on fire." Garbage says, "Oh, shit. Rabbit says, yeah, and when we got there, the wife was crying into her husband's arms, and we were just kind of standing there, and then she saw us and, like, for 10 seconds gave us the dirtiest look ever. Turns out we're still holding our sticks with the marshmallows on it, watching the fire. Yeah, this is one of those great sex lines that you get in Second Life, right? Girls, you ever get this one? Man, my penis is so big, if I laid it out on the keyboard, it would go all the way from A to Z. Does anybody see where A to Z is on your keyboard? Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, hell, I'm at least a QWERTY anyhow.
Oh no. That's not impressive either.
Thanks, Marley.
This one, this one, after this one, I better call somebody else up to do this comedy.
Dr. Fran.
I was in biology class once, and the teacher said there was sugar in sperm, and a girl asked why it doesn't taste why doesn't it taste sweet? And then she realized what she said, and her face became red like a spanked monkey's ass. And the teacher said, because you taste sweetness with the front of your tongue, not the part of your tongue back in your throat. And the girl started crying. Oh, okay, Catboy, come on up here, because I ruined the whole night.
Oh, okay. I'm fine. All right, let's see if I can stand up on this leg. Here we go. Up, 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 up. Oh. I am... There we go. No. A little bit away. You know, since we got... Oh, gosh darn it.
Are you kidding? You're showing way too much leg.
Rubber bending his way up to the stage.
Turn around.
Yeah, we're going to stare at your asshole all night?
I'm trying. I'm trying. His computer's not letting me do it.
Such a cute little ass, too.
Isn't he adorable? I just got this outfit from a place called Snatch, which maybe I should keep that to myself.
Oh, Snatch is good.
That's ironic.
Alright, since we got Moses behind me, I think I'm going to whip up a couple of Moses jokes for you, alright? How did Moses part the Red Sea? With a seesaw.
Oh,
With a seesaw.
grown.
Okay. Moses was a terrible sinner. He broke all 10 commandments at once.
Oh.
How does Moses make tea? He brews it. Okay.
See, this is why you guys like me so much.
Alright, that's all I got for Moses jokes. Anyone here recently, Cyprus has announced that the banks there will seize 10% of people's savings in order to pay off.
Out of control.
Yeah, the EU bailiffs. Yeah. But those of you who put money in offshore accounts to avoid paying taxes, how's that plan working out for you? I wish the same thing would happen to the Cayman Islands, just so we could watch Donald Trump have a shit fit on TV. That'd be awesome.
You're fired.
Yeah. James Cameron had... Sorry?
It's not like they didn't get like weeks and weeks of notice before it happened.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, James Cameron had, after he's through sporting around the bottom of the ocean with that submarine of his, he donated the submarine to science. Director Cameron also attempted to donate his ego to science, but it was turned down because the scientists can't find a place big enough to store it. Smithsonian turned him down because it's already stuffed full of George Lucas's old crap and my ruined childhood.
Oh. And that's big.
Okay, the SpaceX Dragon. Do you know that capsule that they sent that was made by a private company has been sent to the International Space Station? Well, it just returned recently. It's called the SpaceX Dragon capsule, and the company said that they're moving right on to the next challenge. They're going to build an entire spaceship that doesn't sound like it was named by a 12-year-old boy reading comic books.
Yeah, don't forget that's the guy who started Tesla, too.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Okay, recently I saw on Twitter they had this training bit. I'm going to pick some from other people, a couple of my original ones, and it was called Classical Literary Porn. You take classical literature and you turn them into porn films, like Little Women on Little Women, or Charlotte's Webcam. The Tale of Two Girls in One Cup.
Ew.
That's just raunchy.
I think that's bad. This one's even worse. The Cleveland Steamer in King Arthur's Court. David Copperfield. Around the World in 80 Lays.
Oh.
Midsummer Night's Wet Dream. That's too easy. And Wonderland in Alice.
That's a John Mayer song, isn't it?
Okay.
You notice the boys laugh at some of these jokes and us girls don't.
No, I don't. No, okay. Did you hear?
Good match joke, will you?
Oh, okay.
Haley won't get it.
Gotta
Go on,
entertain the
tell it
lady.
anyhow. I'm sorry, go ahead. Excuse me.
Oh, gosh. I'll hear about those anime mesh heads that people are wearing these days. You look like a 12-year-old girl, but you look like a Macy Day parade float.
Haley's.
Anyway, I tried to do a mesh joke. I failed. All right. Did you hear Ford, the company, Ford Auto Company, got into trouble recently when they featured ads in India featuring models portrayed as bound and gagged in the back of a car while being driven around by Italy's former Prime Minister Silvia Berlusconi, or I can't pronounce his name.
Berlusconi.
Jesus.
Yeah, brilliant ad campaign, considering what's happened in India recently. Who's your campaign strategist, Charles Manson? Anyway, one of the models, it was said that when they were through shooting, one of the models had to get herself out of the back of the car, which is why they call it the Ford Escape. But unchanged. I swear to God, this is the only way that you can get the words "shameful Ford sexist" in a headline news story, and it's not about Toronto's mayor Rob Ford. Unless you're from Canada. Has anyone ever heard of? Has anyone heard of Mayor Rob Ford? Mayor Rob Ford. I'll give you a little bit of backstory.
May I rob Ford? Is that what you were saying? May I rob Ford?
No, man. No, it's Mayor Rob Ford. He's a real piece of work. I'll give you a backstory on him. Just last night, he got thrown out of his own city hall, the gala dinner, because he was too drunk. And he got chucked out. This happened last night. This is making news. And he claims he doesn't have a drinking problem. He's been indicted about a dozen times or more on fraud and corruption charges. He's never been found guilty. Because the things he's accused of, you also have to find him guilty of criminal negligence, or they have to prove intent. And apparently he says these things happen because he's incompetent. He also claims he's not incompetent. He weighs about 400 pounds. He claims that he's not overweight. He says that the latest press release from Mayor Forbes' office says he doesn't have a weight problem. He claims the idea that he's a 400-pound-plus burger-scarfing land whale is an invention that was fabricated by the liberal media. All he can say is it's a damn shame Chris Farley died because he would have been the perfect actor to portray him in a movie.
Oh, dear.
So I'm going to lay out some the Mayor Ford is so fat jokes for you. Got it? Mayor Ford is so fat. Anyone?
How fat is he?
How fat is he? When he stepped on a digital bathroom scale, he thought he stepped on a phone tablet by mistake and caused it to dial out because 416 is Toronto's area code. Mayor Ford is so fat, he's the reason why City Hall has giant double doors by the entrance. But I'm chang. Okay, Mayor Ford is so fat, he defends Marine Land because it's where he was baptized as a child. Mayor Ford is a big defender of the transit system. That's the Toronto TTC. And he defends it so much because it takes 2 trains and a streetcar to get around to his good side. Mayor Ford is not really conceited. Everything actually does revolve around him because he has his own gravitational pull. Okay, Mayor Ford's ass is so big he got indicted for having 200 pounds of crack.
Ew.
Oh,
Mayor Ford is so fat he wished But I'm changed. Mayor Ford is so fat he once jumped in Lake Ontario and he got stuck.
There we go.
Thank you.
All right.
He's a real woman chaser. He likes to play grab ass so much the female ombudsman have to take up wearing hockey pants to city council meetings.
Oh.
And here's my favorite one of all. Mayor Ford is so fat you can track his location by which direction the CN Tower is leaning.
Oh.
And that's all I've got for tonight, everybody.
Yay!
Whoa, way to go. Way to go. Nicely done. Fantastic. Yeah.
It's over.
Where's that drum?
I heard somebody
Yeah.
I said it.
Could you do that for Relay for Life? Yeah, right, okay. Wow. So anyhow, so I like reading some. This is recently on the web, okay? About the question was, what do you do in Second Life? You imagine this? This is from just now, like 21 days ago. This guy said, well, when I first started back in 2003, well, it could be a guy or girl, I don't know which, but he said, I learned to build things. Then I made a store and I sold them. Then I got bored with that and started scripting weapons, some for HUDs only, then some for actual guns. Then I used to use them for myself. Then I sold them. Then I rarely logged on because I got bored. Then I mostly hang out at some main hubs, Violet, Korea, etc., or newbie hubs. Then I got bored some more, and then maybe I only logged on once in a while from month to month. Then I started logging on again, but I just hang out by myself now. I've been on for
Hang out
9
by
years or
yourself.
something. What is it, 10 years since 2003? I think that is Rob. Don't you? Yeah. Yeah, I like this one. So this guy put out, he said, my girlfriend broke up with me and sent me pics of her and a new boyfriend in bed. Ouch.
Ow.
Yeah, I just sent him to her dad.
Oh, burn.
This one's good, right out of McDonald's, okay? Guy working at McDonald's counter says, okay, so the 3 stupidest people you'd ever met, the combined, they couldn't solve a dilemma they faced today. Simple one. All right. Says they came in, they ordered a Big Mac, she did for her, and ordered 2 McGriddles, one for each kid. Both kids were like 18, 19 years old, right? One of them with bacon and one without. And then she got furious and started screaming at me. Because she said the one that wanted bacon didn't have any bacon, and the one that wanted bacon and didn't want bacon had bacon on his. She was yelling back and forth at me. You gotta love these people, don't you? Yeah. Yeah. Knowledge is often mistake.
Is?
No, I don't know what a McGriddle is. What is it?
It's a sausage patty between 2 pancakes with raisins.
It is cholesterol personified. Yeah.
And not for Passover.
No.
They're so delicious, though.
Yeah, I hear McDonald's has to widen the doors to their place. They have a lane for SUVs only. Oh, God. Here's another one. So these are people that put these things down. Here's one. Blood Ninja and Britney Spears 14. Don't you love that? Somebody puts their name as Britney Spears 14. You know that person's with the FBI or something. What are you going to do with that? You got to be. All right, so he goes, baby, I've been having a tough night, so treat me nice, all right? And she goes, all right. She said, Blood Ninja says, slip out of those panties, baby, okay? So I slip out of my panties just for you, Blood Ninja. Oh, yeah, all right. I put on my robe and wizard hat. Oh, I like to play dress up, too. Me too, baby. I kiss you softly on the chest. I cast level 3 eroticism. You turn into a really beautiful woman. Britney Spears goes, hey, Blood Ninja, I meditate to regain my mana before casting level 8. Cock of the Infinite.
That goes from
Britney Spears. Funny, I still don't see it. Blood Ninja. I spend my mana reserve to cast Mighty Fuck of the Beyondness. Blood Britney Spears 14. You are the worst cyber partner ever. This is ridiculous. Blood Ninja. Don't fuck with me, bitch. I'm the mightiest sorceress of the lands. Nobody's laughing. I better not continue, right? That was not that good. I thought we were having fun.
There's the drum. That's what we wanted.
All right. Yeah, you can use this one next week, Catboy.
You bad.
Oh, and we got Mimi Sheridan, or is it Mimi Singer coming up? You got to admit, it's kind of interesting. You know, we girls, we throw our keys in the bag in the same spot every time, and we can't ever find them. It's absolutely amazing how that happens. I always put them on the side compartment right here, but they're not there as usual. So these what to do in Second Life, I like this. This one said, this is just a couple days ago, I create and sell mesh items, so you'll never get to know him, Haley, okay? I write LSL scripts for friends. I watch movies. I chat with friends. I do a little shopping. And I have an intimate encounter every week or two. You gotta love it.
Sounds like marriage.
Yeah, right. And this was interesting. I didn't know, and this has nothing to do with Second Life, but somebody started a company called Second Life Privacy Tools, okay?
Oh, God.
I thought that was pretty interesting. These are powerful and easy-to-use tools, protect your data and privacy, and remove all evidence of your computer and online activity with Second Life Privacy Tool.
Right.
Web pages, pictures, unwanted cookies, chat room conversations, all traces of files, confidential documents, emails deleted, past, present, and future, floppy disks, CDs, DVDs, USB flash drives. Second Life Privacy Tools cleans away evidence from the latest version of the most popular internet browsers, including Firefox, MSN Explorer, Netscape, right, how old is that? Opera, hundreds of popular programs, Yahoo Messenger, MSN Messenger, AOL Messenger, ICQ, Outlook, Outlook Express, Mozilla, Thunderbird, Eudora, LimeWire, Morpheus, Windows, Media Player. Yeah, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. Anti-surprise key to protect your privacy in emergency situations. Support for custom privacy needs. User-defined erasure methods. Built-in safety features. Platforms, Windows XP, Windows 2000, Windows 95, Windows 98, Windows Millennium, Windows NT4, with Vista. You know, I thought when I got through with this is that their tool is throw the fucking computer away, right? I mean, come on.
Or get a Mac.
A big magnet. It's a big magnet. It's a
Yeah, then it picks up your computer and throws it away.
Exactly. The Onion today, just so you know, how many of you know The Onion, what The Onion is? Anybody know that?
Love the
Yeah, it's a comedy magazine.
Today, apparently, Kim Jong-un, right? Kim Jong-un. Yeah, he's a young'un, right? No, I think he's a young'un, not a Jung-un, but a young'un. Comes out in support of gay marriage. He says, I am not a monster.
He wants to nuke Japan, but he's not a monster. All right.
Stars of the canceled show Kickstarter are terrified fans will raise money for a movie.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, like Veronica Mars.
Man cautiously avoids Barnes & Noble section where teens check out graphic novels. Supreme Court on gay marriage. Sure, who cares? Jerry Sandusky, pretty charming in interview.
Yeah, right.
Kobe Bryant compiles helpful list of 435 aspects of the game Anton Jameson needs to improve.
Oh my God.
Divorced father buys strings cheese to make coming to his place fun.
I like it.
I read that one at work today. I shared that at work today.
Thousands of elderly Japanese Americans are rounded up for internment camp's 70th reunion.
That's sad.
All right, next up here, and don't forget, in 20 minutes approximately, we have Mimi Singer. Doc, are you ready to get up here? Are you doing something tonight?
Yeah, I am.
You ready? All right, Doc, come on, Doc. Isn't this great? Don't you love Tuesday nights? Can you beat this? You could go all over the television and not find anything this good.
Or it's cheap.
You can find nothing like this.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing at all. All right, I'm back after a week off, and I want to thank everybody
Did
for
you
your words of
decide to stand
encouragement.
in front of me? Hold on, let me move. That's three demerits.
Yeah. As many of you know, last week I fell down the stairs at home. Okay.
Oh.
I started off Saturday morning with the best of intentions. I was going to make something in the garage for my wife. I had my hands full, and I was walking over to the stairwell to get down the steps. Well, I stepped off the first step and stepped right on her sleeping cat at the foot of the next step down. Okay. The cat screamed. I jumped up, twisted my bad knee, starts to tumble down the stairs. Okay. Wood stairs, not your carpeted stairs, wooden stairs. Okay. Now, I might have gotten away with just a couple of bruised ribs, except on my way down, ironically, I ran smack into my mother-in-law's electric Stairmaster chair. You know, the kind that you're supposed to ride so you don't fall down the stairs. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So instead of breaking my fall, my knee got caught between the Stairmaster and the wall, and my knee stopped and my body didn't. Okay, so now I ripped the Stairmaster off the track, and we both go tumbling the rest of the way down the stairs.
Oh my God.
I got the whole way to the bottom of the steps, hit my head against the wall, and next thing I know, I'm waking up. Okay, I'm laying at the bottom of the steps. My head's bleeding because I hit my head right against the door handle, so I really made a whole perfect thing. I laid there about 20 minutes after I woke up, making sure I wasn't actually dead. Okay, and my knee's in terrible pain because I don't have any ACL on that side. I heard it playing softball years ago. So it's the size of a softball right now. It's huge, okay? There's nobody in the house because my dear wife and her mother are off at some fucking dog show 200 miles away, okay?
Oh, boy.
So I use the banister, and I work myself to a standing position. Luckily, I'm already dressed. I limped myself out to the car, and I drove myself to the hospital emergency room. It's only about 15 miles away. Now, after about 2 hours, okay, I'm laying in the bed. I'm drugged up. I've got a shot of cortisone. I've got this big wrap on my knee to try and cut down the swelling. When I'm finally conscious to where I can think straight, I get out my cell phone. I try to call her. When I call her, it immediately goes to voicemail, telling me she doesn't even have the goddamn phone on, okay? Now, it's okay for her husband to have a near-death experience and not be able to contact her, but heaven forbid Fido misses jumping through a fucking hoop because he's distracted by her phone ringing, okay? I'm not too happy about that. So I keep trying, and in about an hour, she finally answers the phone. I said, "Hello, dear. I'm calling you from the hospital. I stepped on your fucking cat and fell down the steps, twisting my knee."
How's the cat?
Okay. My dear wife, God bless her, first thing out of her mouth is, "You stole my line, cat boy. Is the cat okay?" Is the cat okay?
Oh, God. Is the cat okay?
So I started to tell her how bad my knee was and how many stitches are in the back of my head. She cut me off and said, "Because if we have to get in the emergency room, it's only open until 6 on Saturdays." God damn it,
Oh
that's
my God.
tough. I do love my wife so, okay? So when I ask her when she's going to be home, she says, "We're going to go to dinner first, then be home around 8. Okay, great. Let's have a nice time, right? So I go back home. I've got crutches now, and I put my leg up with ice on one side and heat on the other until her and her mother decide to finish their social activities before coming home to check on their husband and son-in-law, respectively. So they finally show up around 8:45. Now I'm half asleep because I'm on drugs, okay? My knee hurts like hell. She walks in the door, turns around, looks at the spot in the wall where I hit my head, and says, "We're going to have to repaint the hall now."
Make this stuff up.
You better heal up quickly, mister. You got some work to do.
Now, my wife and I are very loving and close. And after the black eyes go away, no one's going to ever know we had this conversation, okay? Which reminds me of the old saying, what do you say to a woman with 2 black eyes? Nothing. You told her twice already, damn it. Okay? Where's the drum? Come on, give me the drum. Come on, give me the drum. Okay. Okay. Now, on another subject. There we go. Thank you. Everybody knows the challenges I've had with my I swear to God it's not stolen iPad, okay? Well, I have a friend that's in need of one for school, and I decided to help her out by buying her an iPad. So I went to where I've had the most success, of course, and that would be Craigslist, okay? I did a search and came up with a number of people in my area that had iPads, and once I weeded out the ones that weren't actually advertisements for sex enhancement drugs or opportunities to light my fire, I found one pretty close. Seemed like a good deal, right? So I made arrangements to meet him at the same Starbucks I met the last person, just in case anything's going to happen. So I get there and I sit down, order my same chocolate latte. I call his cell phone, and on the other side of the room, a young Oriental man answers his phone. He turned around, I waved to him. He comes over and sits down, okay? Now, to say that this was a different experience than the last time is like saying black is white, okay? This gentleman sat down, shook my hand. His hand was wet from being nervous, okay? He sat down, opened the iPad up, showed me pictures of his wife and children on it before he wiped the hard drive so I can start using it myself. Then he pulls out the receipt to show me how much he paid for it and how good a deal I'm getting. Then he says, I'm really glad you're such a nice guy. I was worried about this meeting. I was afraid you might try to roll me for the iPad. So I guess all things are relative, right? So we finished our meeting. I bought him a coffee, and I declined his generous offer to have sex with his wife, and I went home to play with my new iPad, okay?
Oh, jeez.
But when I got home, I made a very big mistake, okay? I laid my new iPad down next to my other iPad. And when I came back a couple hours later, the new iPad was laying over in a corner sobbing, and the old iPad was sporting a whole new bunch of bling-stolen apps. So we're going to have a problem there. Now, that story continues. Okay. As some of you know, 2 weeks ago, I had the biggest interview of my life, okay? I had an interview with the big guy, and it seemed to go over very well with pretty much everybody except one person who's been clamoring for equal time. So we're just going to stand here for a second and hope that
yes.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yay, it's the church sound.
Oh, look, I can buy the burning bush for 239 lindens.
Yes, you can. But it changes by the exchange rate. Okay, so I guess I have the honor of addressing the devil, right? Hello, Doc. Thanks for allowing me to come and state my point of view. Okay, well, I don't know what to say, except I was expecting to do an interview with the devil. I have many names, but for purposes of this interview, you may call me Rod Linden. Okay. All right. Well, okay, but that's what God called himself also. Hey, when you get a joke that gets a laugh, you keep using it till it's not funny anymore. Just ask Lauren, she'll tell you. But okay, Rod, okay, you even use the same visual in the sound effect. What's that about? Hey, it's a full perm copy. No sense spending more money. Times are tough everywhere, you know. Okay, all right. That's fine, but I was expecting something a little, well, different. Like what, Doc? Well, I mean, for starters, your voice. For as well-known a being as you are, I expected something, well, larger. Doc, you of all people should know it's not the size that matters, it's how you use it. Okay, all right, we won't go into that. We won't go into that here. Really? Because I'm told it won't take very long at all. Oh, no. Can we please? I can go from A to Z with you, Doc. No problem. No, that's okay. Can we please just start the interview? Yeah, sure. I'm all horns. Okay. Well, as you know, last week I interviewed, the other guy. Yeah, big deal. So he gets a parking space up front. That's not all it's cracked up to be. All right. Well, I asked him about some of the regrets he had making things. Okay. I suppose I should ask you the same question. Is there anything that you've done that you regret? Well, as you know, in the struggle between good and evil, there's always a give and take. He created the waltz, so I created the Macarena. He created tofu. So I created supersized cheese fries. He created woman for man, so I created woman for woman. That alone pissed off so many guys I can't possibly tell you. Well, okay. What do you feel your greatest success is? The U.S. Congress. Where else can so many do so little with so much? That's evil personified, Doc. Okay. All right. Anything else? Carnival Cruise Lines. Boy, talk about the shit hitting the fan there. All it took was a couple of Teamster dock workers promised lifetime disability payments, and nothing works on those damn ships anymore. All right. Okay, now, how about your greatest failure? Trying to make money off of Second Life. I'll tell you, when Philip told me Zindra was going to be the biggest thing since sex, I invested heavy and thought I'd make a killing. And then Stroker goes and gives away all the damn sex beds for free, and the shit hit the fan. I got a mortgage balloon payment on hell coming due you won't fucking believe, Doc. Okay. All right. Anything else? Well, I really thought back in the 60s, placing evil messages in Beatles records you had to spin backwards to hear was pretty clever. But today's youth isn't that clever. You have to stick evil right out in their faces to get them to bite. So what did you come up with? The History Channel series on the Bible. I'm in that, you know. Yeah, of course, you tempted Christ. Yeah, here I thought it'd be a great opportunity to show everybody how evil I really am, and all they talk about is how much I look like Obama, and I don't like getting upstaged. Sounds like it sucks to be you. Oh, well, it's not as bad as you think. I have a lot of friends down here to talk to. In fact, there's some people here that want to say hello to you right now. Really? I'm not so sure I know anybody in that place. Hello, Doc. How's it going? President Nixon. President Nixon. Mr. President, so glad to hear from you again. How are things? Hot. Damn hot. But I'm getting used to it, Doc. It's good for the pores out, actually. It's like Arizona, but with a lot more screaming. I'm glad to see you're settling in fine, Mr. President. You know what they say, it's better to rule in hell than serve in heaven. They love me down here, Doc. I may get my own sitcom. I'm so glad everything is working for you, Mr. President. Well, not quite everything. Teddy couldn't find a job, so I had him driving my limo, and he drove the fucking thing into a pool of molten lava, and then he ran off. When I returned, Mary Jo and the car were gone. All right, shut up, Teddy. It's good to hear from you again, Doc. I have to run. I have a golf game scheduled with Jerry Garcia and Jim Morrison. Talk about missing minutes of conversation. I lost 15 minutes in the Oval Office. Morrison can't recall his entire fucking 20s. Garcia can. He just doesn't give a shit. I will drive the cart for you. Teddy, you're really getting on my fucking nerves, okay? All right, Mr. President, thank you very much, and thank you, Rod, for a wonderful interview. Thank you, Doc. You know, they say everybody has their own private hell. Well, I was talking to God, and based on what he told me, see me after the show. I have a Walmart apron and some roll of smiley stickers for you. Okay, folks.
Yeah.
That is my epiphany for this evening. Thank you very much.
Bravo. Well done again. Fantastic. Yeah, that's good. That was welcome back. Wow, I'm telling you, that was good.
Yay!
All right, there we go. We got one more comedian, then we have Mimi Singer, right? All right, but she's in the house, and you know who Mimi Sheridan is. All right, somebody gets there. And I'm sure Haley knows who Mimi Sheridan was, right, Haley?
Food critic.
So anyhow, and we want to thank all the people that are out there. There's so many of you. I'll go through quickly. There's Timmery. Thank you so much, Timmery, for coming tonight, and Tindalia, who's been here for years and years, and Sanov, hey, how are you? And I'm not going to get to everybody, but Magic is here, and Marley, and Orchid, and Gabaloon is here. I think Gabaloon might be actually Mimi. I never know, but we'll figure it out. And the next coming up in a moment, because we have everything planned. But first, I want to just tell you this. Maurice and Sadie invited Nigel, their Gentile neighbor, for Passover dinner. The first course was served, and Sadie said to Nigel, "This is matzo ball soup." When Nigel saw the 2 large matzo balls in the soup, he was hesitant to taste the strange-looking brew. But Maurice gently persuaded him to try it. Just have a taste, and if you don't like it, you don't have to finish it, honestly. So he had a taste. He put a spoon in, picked up a small piece of matzo ball with some soup, tasted it gingerly, found he liked it very much, and quickly he finished his plate. "That was delicious," said Nigel. Can you eat any other part of the matzah?" Okay. Come on up here, Bubble Pop.
Get the drum.
Hey, everyone. Hey, Lauren.
Hey. Good to see you.
Hey, Bubble Pop.
Hey, Bubble.
Hey, Bubble.
We
Hi,
love you,
everyone.
Bubble.
Yeah, I'm Bubble Pop, and I'm from Las Vegas, where we're not really known for our education here. So I got a new bumper sticker. It says, "My monkey is smarter than your honor roll student." Covers up my old one. My dad is inmate of the month. Very proud of him. March Madness is going on here in the United States. Are there any basketball fans that are watching the March Madness? There's a top seed, a real favorite. New Mexico got beat by a team that's on a low seed called Harvard. And it was so crazy. Even the announcers are like, "Oh my God, what were the odds?" And the Harvard player says 3.2%. And you know, some players are really superstitious. Like the one guy, I forget his name, but right before the game, the national anthem is playing. He goes, "God, I hate the national anthem." The other player says, "Why?" He says, "Because whenever I hear it, I have a bad game."
Nice.
Yeah. A man on Facebook says he's going to visit all of his Facebook friends this year. It'll be interesting to see how many friends he has in the morning. Guinness Book of World Records has awarded Carnival Cruise the world's largest outhouse. Congratulations. Glad they update those, and I look forward to them. One more thing here. I'd like to tell you all a knock-knock joke. Lauren, I got a knock-knock joke for you.
Yeah, who's there?
Well,
knock, knock.
No, I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you. I'm telling the joke. All right.
Is this what you call a blonde moment?
You can't script this shit. I'm telling you that.
Good night, Gracie.
Oh, get the
knock, knock.
flowing.
Who's there?
Jehovah Witness. Knock, knock.
Jehovah Witness who? What? Start again.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Hello? Jehovah Witness. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Hello? Thinks the
Who's
whole
there?
witness is know any good knock-knock jokes?
Oh, that was great. And we got Mimi Sheridan coming up, so I'm going to let her get on stage, and I'm going to tell some more jokes off of here. Subliminal is here, and Pearly is here, and I don't know who I forgot over there. And there's some other people here. Orchid's here. And Geo is here filming it all. And here. So Sean was waiting for a bus when another man joined him at the bus stop. And after 20 minutes of waiting, Sean takes out a sandwich from his lunchbox and starts to eat. But noticing the other man watching, Sean says, "Would you like one? My wife has made me plenty." "Oh, thanks very much, but I must decline your kind offer," says the other man. "I'm Rabbi Levy." "Oh, so nice to meet you, Rabbi," says Sean, "but my sandwiches are all right for you to eat. They only contain cheese. There's no meat in them." "Oh, it's very kind of you," said Rabbi Levy, "but today we Jews are celebrating Passover. It would be a great sin to eat a sandwich because during the 8 days of Passover we cannot eat bread. In fact, it would be a sin comparable to the sin of adultery." "Okay," says Sean, "but it's difficult for me to understand the significance of what you've said." Many weeks later, Sean and Rabbi Levy meet again, and Sean says, "Do you remember, Rabbi, that when we last met, I offered you a sandwich which you refused because you said eating bread on Passover would be as great a sin as that of adultery?" Rabbi Levi replies, "Yes, I remember saying that." "Well, Rabbi," says Sean, "that day I went over to my mistress's apartment and told her what you said. We then tried out both sins, but I must admit you couldn't see the comparison." No. Okay. Let me know when she's on and it's running, okay? Jay Wheels, you'll let us know? All right. Well, we'll do another one. Benny's in a restaurant, calls over the waiter and says, "Oh,
Yes, I
boy,
will.
yeah." Okay, thanks. Benny's at, can I try that again? Knock, knock.
No. The way you do it is, I got a great knock-knock joke. You started.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Jehovah Witness.
Wait, how can there be a knock, knock joke? I don't have the joke. You have the joke.
Hello? Hello?
So Benny's in a restaurant, calls over.
You start, Fran. That's hysterical.
So Benny's in a restaurant, calls over the waiter and says, "Oi, do you have any matzo balls?" "No," replies the waiter. "I always walk like this." No. Did you say she's live, Jamie?
Please
I
tell
will.
her she's
I
live.
will.
Oh, okay. All right, she's not live yet. I'm running out of jokes.
Oh, my.
Everybody having fun? Did everybody have a good time tonight? We saw some new people here. I hope the new people had a good time. Yeah, come on back. Bring your friends.
Endorphins, great stuff.
Bring your alts. We can pack the place.
Marley
Oh, yeah.
crashed the sim
Yeah.
All by herself.
all by herself, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know your mother's Jewish when she does all her Pesach shopping for next Pesach as soon as Passover ends because she can buy the essential
Sale.
items at sale prices.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, no.
Very good. Okay.